No.
Good afternoon. Today we are going to discuss with you the Morrison case study because Morrison is one of the best stores to provide the customer service in a business that need to know what customers expect and needs. In this business, customer satisfaction is vital for keeping customers happy and loyal to the Morrison stores. So today we are going to share with you some information through our team that is composed by Adriana Granados, Mayra Gonzalez, Andres Palomaros, and who is talk to you, Guillermo Gomez. Let's check the agenda for today. Thank you. First of all, we are going to start with the Morrison's history. Then we are going to make some special or pay special attention to differentiation of the business. We are going to discuss also the competitive advantages of Morrison because its company has invested heavily in training and developed a really good strategies just to get customers happy. Then we are going to discuss the customer service itself, that is composed by some key elements of customer service according to Morrison strategy. Of course, as important as the elements is the measuring of customer service. And then we're going to see how Morrison has achieved this by offering and make some surveys. Also, we are going to analyze the colleague engagement, and it's one of the uh, basis of the strategy of Morrison's. Just to finish with the benefits of customer service, that of course they are pointing out to get a successful store globally. And finally, we're going to share with you some conclusions. To start with this, and just to fill all your expectation, we're going to start with the Morrison history.
Okay, Guillermo, thank you very much for the introduction. About Morrison's, we have to say a little about his history. Okay, so Morrison's is the fourth largest chain of supermarkets in the UK, only behind Tesco, behind Sainsbury's and Argos. Morrison's was established in 1899, so they have almost 120 years of history. It was founded by Mr. William Morrison. In 1952, his son, Ken Morrison, took over the company at the age of 21. In March 2004, Morrison acquired Safeway, which was another company that has this retail business. So it was a big purchase. It was purchased by 3.3 billion pounds. So it was one of the most biggest acquisitions that they made. And the curious thing about this company is that they started with a small stall in Bradford, Northern England, by selling butter and eggs. And nowadays they have more than 500 supermarkets across England, Wales, and Scotland. So, in a few words, this is the history of Morrison's. Now we can move on to differentiating the business with Myra.
Thank you, Andres. Well, in terms of differentiating the business for Morrison stores, they have three key points that become a pyramid that are the basis of their business. The first of them, and linked to the second one, they have the fresh approach, which is basically always fresh products at reach for everyone and made with love. This is very closely linked to the second of their key points, that is field to fork products. That are their approach is to make reference to products that come directly from the field to your plate for your enjoyment. And finally, they focus on product handling processes through local crops throughout the UK and abroad, their own manufacturing facilities everywhere, storage the storage locations that are temperature controlled, and international packing plants. These four help support local producers, workers, and farmers throughout the company, um, making sure everybody within the company is taken care of. So now that we have discussed the differentiating points regarding Morrison stores, let's move on to the competitive advantages of such. Um,
Yes, I'll
Andres?
go. Yes. And continuing with your idea and going a little bit deeper with this thought, the competitive advantage and added value that makes the difference between Morrison's and other companies, as you were saying, like in this trend of natural food and all these healthy issues that are like one of the most valuable things for customers. We move on to key issues of this success of this strategy. Well, we can just like mention three. One, the first one is like the high qualified and specialized personnel. As we're going to see further, they have a very good courses or training for the employees. Also, they are very specialized. Everyone on its own position knows the best of the product. The second thing is the recruitment. When they recruit people, they like young talent. They like the people who is willing to work in teams and people who's like love the business, love what they're passionate about what they do. That it's like having good relation with customers. So this is a very important issue and it's something they take very seriously, the recruitment. And finally, customer service and culture of service as a philosophy. So in this sense, they take very serious the way they build the relationship with the client and customer. So to summarize, it's like very high qualified personnel, very good standards of recruitment, and a culture of service in customer service. So now we move on to um, customer service actually. So Guillermo, you can like talk about us some about customer service, please.
Oh, yes, Andres. Actually, Adriana is going to share with us customer service itself.
Okay, yes, thank you. About customer service, we have to say that the most important thing for a company is the resource most important of a company are its employees. And that is what Morrison demonstrated, his philosophy on extensive training and development of opportunities allows his success in terms of customer service. Also, the care to all details, such offering adequate parking, have expert staff in bakery, butchery, and fishmongers, employees training and willing to advise customers of, to offer fresh and good quality products. I guess it's like a chain. Good training to colleagues allows them to have enough colleagues so that they can advise clients about products, fresh and good quality products, and customers to receive a good service will always return and bring more customers. Also, for employees, there is an additional motivation, and that is that they can develop their skills and the opportunity to be promoted. Guillermo is going to talk about elements of customer service.
Thank you. Next slide, please. Following the Morrison strategy, there are four key components of customer service. The first one is the information. Information, you can get information from the store directly just to checking the signs to the products. That allows the customer to navigate through the stores effectively. But information includes all the information that the customer can get from the store, can get from the web page, and also that can get from the experts trained by Morrison's. So these trained experts can give some detailed information about some specific products. The second one is the specialist attention. Of course, following one of the most important strategies of Morrison is to train its workers. This training includes an expertise in each area. For example, Morrison includes expertly training specialists uh, such as butchers and fishmongers who advise what's it's the best meat for customer according with its necessities. The third one is the after sales service. Of course, the customer involvement with the stores doesn't stop only with the buy. After that, the customer have complaints. They want to make some exchanges or packaging, and also warranties about the products and the quality of service. So Morrison just offered this excellent after-sales service that distinguished Morrison from the rest of the stores. The last one, the last but not less important, is convenience. This includes the geographic location of the stores, so that make uh, the access of the customer easy. For example, that the handicapped customers have a lot of parked parking lot available with some blue areas that just make closer the main entrance for this um, for all the people that have some disabilities. At Morrison, the 5% of all car parking are dedicated to the handicapped people as well. Uh, as one of the most important brands or stores, also in the UK, they are developing also some measuring customer service. Oh, next slide, please. Of course. First of all, Morrison's measure its customer service in a number of ways, but mainly they do it in two ways: the quantitative measurement and the qualitative measurement. The first one is just talking about all in numbers. So Morrison have one strategy as it applies some surveys um, during the sales and after the sales, just to keep the information going well into the company. The qualitative measurement often take place through other methods, for example, as the mystery shops. That allows the company and the experts just to gather some opinions and comments directly from the customer. The Morrison Miles card reward, it's a kind of strategy, sorry, that allows the store to know when and where the customer just spent his money through the regular petrol station. All these purchases just get some information to the store just to classify the customer and allows the, the company to gather the information and fulfill some special needs from customers. Of course, this card just keep the customer loyalty through the points that you can gather to spend in store. So all the time that they spend his money in his petrol station or in his store, they get some points to the card reward that you can just uh, pay it off for your products. Morrison also focuses on customer service through an more than an initiative is a philosophy, and it's called the hot. It's just say hello, make the offer, and say thank you all the time. All the employees are training to do this all the time with its customers. This initiative brings to Morrison colleagues and customer closer together, closer and closer, and just to make a really enjoyable conversation, just to make a buy. To achieve these aforementioned goals, the company have developed some colleague engagement strategy that Mayra is going to share with us.
Thank you very much, Guillermo. The first and the most important thing regarding the colleague engagement strategy within Morrison's store is basically to mention that for Morrison's, every member of the company is equally important. So they do not use the terms boss, supervisor, nor employee. They are all colleagues and they refer to each other as such. So we have four main points regarding this colleague engagement strategy that they have in Morrison stores. First of all, they have extensive training and development opportunities that are pictured by a clear career path within the company. Um, the second one is the saying learn while you earn, which is similar to the very well known learn by doing. But this doesn't only refer to earning money, but it refers also to earning experience, which can be seen as a time saver for people starting off their careers with Morrison's stores. Number three would be the hiring process within the company because they look for very specific skills to connect to their Morrison's Academy. Morrison's Academy is a partnership between Morrison stores and academic institutions like Bradford Business Schools that are committed to training all level colleagues uh, in order to enroll them into the paths or the career paths that they have decided for themselves. For that, they need to look for very specific skills, as I mentioned before, like leadership combined with teamwork skills, the drive toward results, integrity, passion for the company and their projects, and the commitment to what it's done within the company. And finally, but not least important, the one team approach. This approach is basically a vision in which every department within the company is seen as part of a team and not as individual parts of it. That avoids internal competition that could harm customer services experience just to benefit competition. So they focus on rewarding employees, although these rewards are given individual, they are also aimed to reinforce colleague support by making these rewards available for sharing between each other. So now that we have discussed both external and internal customer service I think we should go over the benefits of both of them. So Andres.
Yes. Okay, so we have like go through all this approach to this business case study, which is like a grocery store. This is very difficult to find like this client business relationship, and this company does it very well. So to talk about the benefits and after all these key findings that we have discussed, I would like to refer to this like tripod, which defines the best way they are doing it and why they are going where why they're having this success. So the first uh, key of this tripod is loyalty. Loyalty is a very important because the more they have uh, happy customers, the more they will come back. So loyalty is very important. So they spend a lot of like experience, time, resources on enhancing the customer experience to create loyalty. The second one, as Myra was saying and explained, is motivation. They work so hard on motivating their own team, their own people by training, by giving them new training, new ideas, listening to them, working in groups, this philosophy of flat organization where is an horizontal perspective of the chain of commandment. And the last one is customer feedback. This is very important. Customer feedback, it's like what one of the key resources they have. So they like to listen to their customers to know how they feel, uh, how they buy, and how the experience is for them. As a consequence of that, they have very clear goals and objectives, and they are easier to reach when they work as a team. That's why it is one of the key differential from other like Tesco or Sainsbury's, which is like the traditional store where you go and buy and you're like any number customer. These people make you feel like you're within the family. So this philosophy of teamwork, it's in the very heart of every employee. And in a very few words, I would say that customer service is the driving force of this business. Without the customer service culture, they wouldn't be like they are today. So to conclude this presentation, Ariane is going to give us some bullets about the conclusion of this presentation.
Thank you, Andres. Next presentation, please. Thank you. In conclusion, Morrison is a company with 119 years and today is still successful. Not many companies in the world have been able to achieve this, as uh, are Coca-Cola, JCPenney, UPS, Target, to mention a few. Well, that's remarkable. The strategic focus on the training of its employees or colleagues, offering fresh products every day, make their customers always have be a positive experience. It's very important. So we have to say that well-trained and motivated employees plus fresh and high-quality products is undoubtedly a very successful formula and an example to follow. Well, I guess that's it. And thank you very much for your attention. Now we are ready to answer all your questions. So feel free to ask what you want related to these presentations. Thank you very much.